What? No, I have to tell them, like, yeah, I know I'm a certified financial planner, but like, that's the whole point why they watch my YouTube channel, because I'm always sharing a lot of the mistakes that I make. Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Hacker Labs. My name is Jeff Rose, and yeah, I guess that you just heard that I'm admitting that yes, I'm a certified financial planner, and yet I have made some pretty stupid investing mistakes. Like, stupid. Today I'm going to share what are the worst investments that I made, but I don't want to end on a sour note, because I also want to share what is the best investment that I made. And when I share what this investment is, you're going to be kind of surprised, because this investment cost 27 times more than the Vanguard S&P 500 fund, and it hasn't even made as much return. So yeah, we're gonna find out what are my 4 investment blunders and what is this best investment thing that sounds a bit crazy. We're gonna find out what that is and more right now. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Wealth Hacker Labs. This is the channel dedicated to teaching you new ways to grow wealth that is not taught to you in schools or by your parents. I'm your gracious host, Jeff Rose, and I am talking about some of the stupid mistakes I've made. And are they that stupid? I mean, yeah, especially, yeah, no, they are. All 4 of them are pretty stupid. That's okay.
Are you stupid or something?
I'm as stupid as stupid does.
And the whole point that I'm doing this is because I want you to learn. I want you to avoid some of these stupid investment blunders that have lost me several $1,000s. Actually, over 10,000. 10,000? Lost me over $10,000. So let's go ahead and start with what is number 1. The first one is penny stocks, because you know everybody wants to make money on penny stocks. So you want to buy some stock that's trading for about $2 a share, and then it's going to go to 100, and you're going to sell, and you're going to become a penny stock millionaire. It is not going to happen. Do you know how many clients I worked with over the years that wanted to buy penny stocks, and they just thought that they had the next one that was going to make them $100,000? A lot. You know how many actually made money with penny stocks? There was one. I think he made like $5,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
But he also lost on like 5 or 6 more. So how did I lose over $5,000 on a penny stock? You know, if I share this with you, it's kind of like we're dating. Like, this is getting real personal right now. All right, for those that don't know, most penny stocks are not traded on the New York Stock Exchange. You have to go to a different market to buy them, and it's called the pink sheets. You get it? It's pink. You get that? All right. So I had a client come in with their daughter that was telling me that her boyfriend was working for this company, and it was some mining company, and they were getting ready to make a lot of money, and he was telling me that I need to buy that stock. I don't know if that's called insider trading, but I'm pretty sure Gordon Gekko would be proud.
Greed, for lack of a better word, is good.
Nonetheless, I decided to take advantage of this opportunity, and I was going to make a killing buying this penny stock. So I placed my first order ever. And this is when the stupidity kicks in. Now, I don't know if it was more stupidity or just pure ignorance, but this is when I quickly realized I didn't understand how different orders work when you're buying a stock, especially a penny stock. So there's a difference between a market order and a limit order. And this is something that you need to know, especially if you start investing into penny stocks, because you don't listening what I'm trying to tell you right now. So a market order says this: I want to buy 100 shares of this stock at whatever price you're willing to sell it for. So let's say the price is selling at $2 a share. I'm going to buy 100 shares at $2. But a limited order is more specific, where it says I want to buy 100 shares of this stock at $2, and I only want to pay $2. Now, you wouldn't think that's a big deal, but there's a big difference between penny stocks and stocks traded on the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, because there's just more supply and demand. So with penny stocks, when you put a limit order in, as I found out, is that when I said I wanted to buy 100 shares, and for me it was like 500 shares or 1,000 shares, I bought some at $2 a share. But then I bought more at $3 a share, then $4 a share, then $8 a share. So all of a sudden, like, I am overpaying for the stock because I didn't set a limit on the price I was willing to pay. In case that was too quick to follow, let me give you another example just so you can see it play out. Let's say that you want to buy 100 shares of a stock and you just put a limit order and it's trading at $2 a share. So some of those shares may execute at $2 a share. So you're buying 20 shares at $2. And then 40 shares execute at $4, 20 shares execute at $5, and then another 20 shares, your last 20 shares execute at $6 a share. But when you go to sell it, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be able to sell it for $6 a share or more. And this is what I found out the hard way, because by the time all said and done, I think the average share price that I paid was between $4 and $5 a share. Do you know how much the stock was trading for after I got done? About $2 a share. Did the stock ever go up after that? No. How much did I lose? About $5,000. Yeah, $5,000 because I didn't know the difference between a market order and a limit order. Make sure you know the difference. All right, the second worst investment that I made happened when I was serving overseas. I was in the Army National Guard supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom back in 2004. And at that time, I caught on to a craze that everybody else was jumping in. And I basically did it because I didn't want to be the only person that did it. What was that? Well, I actually have it in my drawer over here. So let me go ahead and get it. I invested into this brown envelope. No, that's not what this is. This actually is the envelope, though, that I mailed home to my wife when I was stationed overseas. What is inside the envelope? Money, money, money.
My name is Floyd. My name is Floyd. My name is Money Mayweather.
Yes, this is money, cash money, but as maybe you can tell, like, this isn't American money. This is Iraqi Dinar. You know how much this is worth right now? I have no idea. I could probably recycle it and make more than what this is worth. This is actually $1 million worth of Iraqi dinar. So I'm an Iraqi millionaire. Yeah. Love it. Bring me the oil. So at that time, there were plenty of soldiers going to the currency exchange. They were taking at least $1,000 and trading that in for $1 million Iraqi dinar. And a lot of this was based on what had happened with the Kuwaiti dinar after the Gulf War invasion. Back in 1991, after the Gulf War, the Kuwaiti dinar was deemed worthless, but then the currency was re-evaluated or revalued or revisited. Yeah, one of those things. But basically where $1 US was worth about 3 Kuwaiti dinar. So if you would have invested in that Kuwaiti dinar, like, you would have made a ton of money. So here we are in Iraq thinking, let's just do the same thing. We're going to trade in our US dollars and we're going to get all this Iraqi dinar and then we're going to get 3-to-1 return on our money. It never happened. So I'm just looking at the exchange here on my computer, and as of right now, 1 Iraqi dinar is worth $0.0084 US dollars. That's a decimal point and 3 zeros before you get to any other number. So yeah, this is worth nothing. Nothing. Why aren't you worth anything? The third worst investment. Oh my gosh. Like, I would say, like, I didn't see this as an investment when I started off because I was young. I was like 9 or 10 years old. But man, I definitely thought like this was going to be worth a lot of money. And what that was baseball cards. But not just any baseball card. There was one very specific player that I was enamored by. Like, I wanted to be him. Like, he was this cool guy. He was jacked. He was hitting home runs. He was stealing bases. He was an MVP, had won a World Series. So I was buying as many cards of his as I possibly could. And his name is Jose Canseco. No way, Jose! And there was a time that these cards were worth a lot of money. But then there was this whole steroid scandal thing and home run balls going off the top of his head. And
The ball reaches up, hits him right in the head, he goes over the top.
It hit Canseco in the head.
Just other stuff that was going on where, yeah, all these cards were pretty much worthless. Although, as I was doing research for this video here, I did find that you can buy his rookie card, his 1986 Donruss, which was literally the card that I used to fall asleep with. It was like my little teddy bear. So right now you can buy this card on eBay for $7.99. Wow. $3.54 shipping. I think it was worth like $120 back in the day. That I don't want to compute what the rate of return on that is, but it is negative 0.00084%, probably the same as the Iraqi Dinar. So yeah, I had not just this card, but I had like over 500 different Jose Canseco cards. I have to laugh about that right now because that's so bad. That was so much money, so much time and energy put into this investment that yielded me nothing. Screw you, Jose. Screw you. All right, worst investment number 4, and this is one that I should know better. Like I wouldn't do this today, but I did it then, and it was $8,000 invested into the ability to market and promote a product and service that I felt would just have me stand out from other websites, other financial planners. I mean, I was going to offer this new product that was just going to, increase bottom line. I was going to make so much more money. And $8,000 later, and about 3 months, now it's been several years, I didn't do anything with it. Didn't do anything with it. $8,000 down the drain. Pow! Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So what exactly was this product offering the service? I was investing in the ability to sell a solo 401k for small business owners, self-employed individuals that wanted to open or start their first self-directed solo 401k. Like, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Like, I had a self-directed 401k, so I thought, why wouldn't I offer this? It just seemed like it was a no-brainer. It was definitely a no-brainer because I didn't use my brain whenever I bought this, because I didn't ask a lot of questions. Like, what do I need to sell? Like, how much time is it going to take for me to sell it? How am I going to find people that want to buy it from me? And how do I answer all their questions? Because like a solo 401k, like there's a lot of moving parts. I didn't ask any of these questions. And the reason I didn't is because the way that they sold it was just so brilliant, and I just fell for it like hook, line, and sinker. Just get it to me, just get it. So the company that was selling the service, they had you do what they called a strategy call, and all it was a glorified sales call, and they're walking you through the process and just telling you all the good things and how much money you can make and all their support. And at the end of it, this is where it got good. Like the usual program, I think cost like $12,000, maybe like $14,000. But if you bought it right then over the phone, you would get a coupon, a discount code that would save you like $4,000 or $5,000, and you could get the entire offering for, you guessed it, $8,000. And I'm like, yes, I need this right now. This is what I would do to myself 8 years ago. What you have here is a classic case of FOMO. Like, I just fell face forward into it. I mean, they got me. I give them credit. Now, I could have done something with it. I just didn't have the resources. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I mean, let's just be real. Like, it definitely was a stupid investment. All right, so those were the 4 worst investments I've ever made, but I did want to share with you one good investment, probably one of the best investments I've ever made. And I know many of you that have been watching my videos, you're almost expecting to hear me say, oh, Jeff, the best investment that you can do is in yourself because that is the only way that you can guarantee growth or return. Yeah, I know. I've said that a few times on the channel. I get it. No, I'm actually want to share with you like a real investment, like something I actually put money into. So what is this investment? The investment is the Kampen Comstock Fund. Oh yeah. I mean, granted, this mutual fund doesn't exist anymore because Kampen, I think, was bought out by a company called Invesco, but you can buy the Invesco Comstock Fund. But I did mention at the beginning of this video, This investment is 27 times more expensive than the Vanguard S&P 500 index fund. I think the current expense ratio is about 0.81, 0.82%. And when you look at the returns, it really hasn't done anything phenomenal. It's kept up with the S&P 500, but nothing fantastic. So why in the world is this the best investment I've ever made? Well, I have an answer for you. The reason is that it was the first investment that I ever made. It was the first mutual fund that I ever purchased in my life. And before that, I had never bought a mutual fund. I didn't know what a mutual fund really was. I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know how you made money. I didn't know all the different mutual funds that existed. This mutual fund in particular, the Kampen Comstock Fund, was suggested to me by another financial advisor I was working with whenever I was an intern at the brokerage firm that I started with. So this advisor suggested to me, like, hey, you want to start investing? Like, here is a fund that you should buy. Like, it's a good fund. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. I want to start investing. I want to start making money. I want to buy this Kampen Comstock Fund. So I did. And I was putting about $25 a month into it, did that for a few years until I finally realized, like, man, this fund really isn't that good. Like, it's kind of crappy. So how is it the best investment? It's because it got my foot in the door. It helped me understand how mutual funds work. I started getting statements showing how my account was growing. I was tracking that mutual fund. I was comparing that mutual fund to other mutual funds that existed out there. I mean, it just gave me that immersion into the market, into how it all works. And it never would have happened had I not started investing into this crappy mutual fund. So even though it didn't make me a lot of money, it definitely got me to start investing, to get me to start understand what other investments I could start making into myself, into the market, into other areas. And that, my friends, is why the Kampen Comstock Mutual Fund was the best investment I've ever made. Let's give a round of applause. So do you have me beat? Is there an investment that you've made that is worse than the 4 that I've highlighted? If you've lost more and you want to brag it, you want to give some flex on you losing more money than me, come on, bring it. I want to see it. Because, you know, we all need to learn through your experiences and your losses, just as I'm sharing mine. Thank you for being vulnerable. This is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time, peace.